recording process for the new record was a new experience for you guys. So what would you say was different this time around?
This time we had fun. Last time we had no fun.
Yeah, it was different because it was kind of like a really homely atmosphere. Like we recorded with a guy called Neil Avron around his house, apart from drums, and we'd always have like meals together, and like his family was always around, his dogs and stuff. So it's like really kind of chill.
It's very chill. It's nice.
Is the new album going to be completely different from your older stuff, or is it a blend of past sounds?
It's a hybrid.
It's kind of it's quite different to the other ones because it'd be boring if we just put out the same record over and over again. Like it still sounds like You Me at 6, but it's just like 10 times better basically. I know that everyone says that, but it's just what you have to say.
I always seem to find a lyric that I can relate to or that stands out in each one of your songs.
Yeah.
So, what lyric would you say is your favorite from the new album?
There's a couple, but because it's not really out, I can't really say.
Yeah.
But I think it's hard to say really because my favourite song kind of changes like every other day.
Yeah. I don't know if we say something from Live to Lie, I guess.
Even the track like we had, like the midday we are believers, it's called like the night just come up with. I just think there's a lot of great lyrics in there. There's a lot of really cool stuff that he's come up with. I'm really impressed by his lyrics.
Yeah.
I've heard that you guys are huge fans of the FIFA franchise.
Yes.
And so how does it feel that Lived Alive is featured?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. We play a lot of FIFA. It's usually always on the bus like 24 hours a day. So now that we're going to turn it on and hear like one of our tunes, it's pretty funny.
It's good for me as well because I'm terrible at the game, so I'm always losing. So
At least
it'll pick me up a little bit.
And also, I'm fully aware that you guys are huge fans of football or soccer. So, in that case, what team or teams would you say is your favorite? And if you could create a dream team on it?
I support Manchester United.
I support Tottenham.
We're doing shit this year.
So Tottenham, so we should combine.
Tottenham are doing much better than Man United. We're like 12th in the league. We're doing rubbish. Your manager sucks. And
We'll combine the both to make a dream team.
Yeah, we'll just combine our two teams to make a dream team. But then we'll take back Cristiano Ronaldo and Gareth Bale and make a dream team. There we go.
Okay.
Perfect.
Do you guys have any plans to dress up for Halloween?
I think we do, yeah. We're going to be in Barcelona.
Yeah,
So we're going to definitely dress up. We haven't figured out exactly what yet.
We're thinking of maybe hiring kind of like a face painter or something cool to see what we can come up with.
Some kind of cool makeup artist.
Yeah, we're going to do it properly, I think. Just go for it.
So surprise the crowd with costumes?
Yeah.
What is a motto that you've carried with you since the beginning of the band?
Drink more beer.
Drink more beer. Always have fun.
Don't moan.
Try not to moan. If it smells, you should probably wash it.
That's a good one. I like that.
That's a good one to live by.
Yeah.
What has been the best experience in your life?
Ever.
Yeah, ever.
Collectively, I'd probably say like headlining Wembley in the UK is kind of like a really prestigious venue, and kind of for any musician to be able to have your name at the top of the bill at a show like that and sell out as well, it's kind of like a really big deal. So for our career, I'm gonna say Wembley, I think.
Definitely.
That's a huge stadium. So,
It's fun.
I have two fan questions from Wad or Waad. I have no idea how to pronounce his name. Who's the most talkative one in the band?
Max Hellier.
Max.
100%. He never stops.
Talks a lot. Talks a lot of shit as well.
Yeah. About
Talk
10%
shit.
of what comes out of his mouth actually means anything.
We've
So
all
it's like a bunch of nonsense?
Yeah.
Or?
Pretty much, it's just gibberish.
Just gibberish nonsense. We now all have this special filter where we'll listen to him for 10 minutes and we'll take like the 30 seconds which he actually like made sense in.
I know
Form
how
it
that
into
feels.
some kind of
Yeah, it's like private browsing. Just
private, yeah, we just filter his sentences and this. Now, yeah, it's great.
What do you usually do in your free time besides play FIFA?
Oh, we all do a lot of different stuff. Like Dan's into golf and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I play like skateboard and just kind of just hang around with our friends and just have fun, really. Like,
It's chill, really.
we don't really get to see them as we're away the whole time, so we're at home and kind of taking advantage of it.
How do you guys both personally deal with criticisms?
Criticism.
From people in the band and also people outside the band.
I think I always look at it as in like if someone's got something bad to say, it's probably a good thing because there's still like whatever you've done or produced is kind of evokes some form of controversy or reaction. And there's like criticism is always constructive. The way I look at it, it's always if someone has anything bad to say or someone says, oh, you could do this better, then you take it on yourself to do it better. You know?
Yeah.
So I think it's a good thing, really. If everyone said everyone was great the whole time, everyone would probably be shit.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Personally for you?
I just punch him, really.
Just punch them? Cool, fair enough. And so, when I was interviewing a band before, they told me that when you become a rock star, you do not become a role model. Do you agree or disagree?
Depends what kind of rock star you are, really.
I think the whole rock star thing is kind of dead these days, to be honest. Like, it's not the 70s anymore. Instead of everyone going out and partying and doing drugs and being a rock star, everyone's trying to keep fit and drinking coffee and eating salad. So it's kind of,
paleo diet.
it's a bit lame these days.
Yeah. I think people are smart enough they can find great role models in anything. I think most of the time people don't ask to be role models, you know, it's like they get chosen. So if they're a bad role model, then maybe it's people should take it on themselves to choose a better role model themselves.
Fair enough. Okay, so now there's a lot of talk about the third album is supposed to change. Well, fourth album actually.
Yeah.
So do you think that your album that you're producing currently is on par with that, or are you gonna try and just not appease the older fans, but write something with them in mind?
It's definitely not just an album that's just appeasing the new fans. It's way different. It's kind of like, well, we've been to a much bigger producer, and it's the first time that we actually went away and we lived in a house and we wrote the album like all together, and then we went away and we probably did pre-production, and it's kind of the first time that we've done it really professionally, and it just from the sound to the songwriting ability, everything's just like a million miles from what we've done before.
Yeah, I think it's completely different, but at the same time, it's nothing scary for fans who were with us from the start. You know, I think
It's still Uni at 6.
it's not like we've decided to write a dance album, you know. Like, whereas some bands, by the time they get to the third, fourth album, they kind of get bored and change it up completely. Whereas we're kind of just finding our sound now. So it's like
and it's more music that like we like to listen to. That's cool.
Okay, so if you had to take a band name or an artist name that has previously been created to name your band, who would you be? You don't have to play their music, you just have to have that name.
Still Panther? I have no idea. I don't know. I think band names are kind of one of those things that half of them make no sense. Like ours makes no sense, but like after a while, once you know
Sounds right.
you like a band and you kind of say it enough, it kind of just makes sense.
It's a bit like we all love Arctic Monkeys.
Oh yeah.
But like, if someone come up to you and was like, you'd never heard of them, was like, oh,
That makes no
name's
sense.
Arctic Monkeys, I'd be like,
When do you see a monkey in the snow?
Yeah, sure.
because they're so huge and everyone loves them. You think, yeah, Arctic Monkeys, that sounds right.
Cool.
But that's a good name.
We'll take that one.
Arctic
Take Arctic
Monkeys.
Monkeys.
Okay. So if you guys had to live in the video game or movie, which one would you live in?
Do you want to do game or do movie? I'm going to live in Jurassic Park. It's going to be fucking awesome.
Sweet. I think I'd live in maybe Inception.
That would be terrifying.
I don't know if I'd like that.
I don't know, you can like control your dreams and shit.
Okay.
I can kind of do that already.
You're into that whole thing where you like lay still for like 20 minutes and you start to see the red ball.
But in all seriousness though, the other night I was having this dream and I was like, I saw this UFO and I started videoing it on my iPhone, and because it was so ridiculous, in my dream I knew that I was dreaming, and so I didn't care, and I like managed to I woke myself up. It got really scary, and I managed to wake myself up because I knew I was dreaming.
Okay.
So I think I'm like halfway there to being Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Fair play.
So Mel asked about your most greatest moment, if that's a word. What's your most terrifying moment?
Terrifying. I'm gonna say, for
Don't
me.
lost your virginity.
Oh, that was terrifying. Personally, for me, we were flying. We were in Indonesia,
Yeah, this
and
is
we were
mine
doing
too.
an internal flight in Indonesia. It was like 6 in the morning. Like the sky was completely dark, and it was just thunderstorms everywhere. And we were on this tiny fucking plane with like 30 people.
Tiny Indonesian plane.
Yes, and we had to fly like a 2-hour like internal flight, and the minute we took off it was all bumpy and everything, which is fine, it happens. And then suddenly there was just the loudest bang you've ever heard in your life, and like it was darkness outside but the whole plane just lit up, and what happened, the plane got struck by lightning. And
Wing, we
I think
saw
it's
it,
fair to
wing.
say
Wing.
that all of us were kind of sat there kind of balls in our mouths.
Yeah, we all thought that we were about to die. We were like, this is. We all looked at each other and we were like, this
We're
is
going
how
to
we
sell
die.
so many more albums then.
This is how we die. We're going to go multi-platinum.
Or end up in an episode of Lost.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
That would be terrifying. Okay, so now you guys have a pretty big presence on Twitter. Now, what do you guys think about people that have your last name, like Mrs. So and So, something
Okay.
so and so? Do you guys find that creepy, flattering, or do you are just like, oh, whatever, I don't care?
It's just funny, isn't it?
Yeah, no one has mine anyway, so it's cool.
Yeah, there's
Aw.
lots of people on yours. I've seen loads. Loads of people have Flint chest cheeks. They think that me and Josh have something going on.
Now, what do you think about that?
It's like the One Direction
It's
thing.
hilarious. Yeah.
It's hilarious. You guys all laugh at that.
Yeah, it's funny.
Do you ever
Play
get
up to it,
frustrated?
Yeah, I play up to it, so it's funny. No, I never get frustrated. I think like it's just you can never really pick and choose who your fans are. You
Right.
should just appreciate that people like you and like your music and that kind of stuff. So I think it's cool.
Cool.
You should never really be annoyed about anything. Peace and love.
Okay. So now from Loves a Monster on Twitter, we have, are you guys going to try and play Warped Tour next year?
No, hell no.
Oh no. We don't actually know yet. We have no idea.
Yeah, no.
We haven't really got anything planned yet. But
Maybe.
we're going to be here, there, and everywhere. So even if we're on Warped or not, we're definitely going to be back in the States 2 or 3 times next year. So
Great.
yeah, we'll be hitting it hard for the whole next 2 years, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not going to say this, but Rachel's Gotti. Are you guys going to have your own UK tour soon?
Yes.
There you go.
Again, not confirmed, but yes, it's going to
It's in the works.
It's not like we're never going to tour again, so it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So